Okay, Darth Nihilus, the Lord of Hunger, stands as one of the most enigmatic and fearsome Sith Lords in all Star Wars history. This is a being of pure destruction. Nihilus transcends the limitations of mortality, embodying the devastating potential of the dark side of the Force. His insatiable hunger has made him into a force of nature, consuming entire planets and leaving desolation in his wake. Today we're going to explore his powers and his legacy in the Star Wars galaxy. Now, he's known primarily as the Lord of Hunger, but he obviously is associated with the Sith Empire. He is less a person now and more a manifestation of the dark side. His existence was born from catastrophic events of the Mandalorian Wars and the activation of the mass shadow generator at Malachor 5. The trauma of this event turned Nihilus into a force wound, an entity defined by a voracious hunger for life energy. He would go on to consume entire planets to sustain his fragmented existence, leaving barren wastelands behind. His voice, in unintelligible distortion, enslaves mind and instills dread in all who hear it. Now, he's typically draped in tattered Sith robes. He has a skeletal appearance that reflects the decay of his humanity. His bone-white mask, etched with black and red markings, evokes the visage of death itself, and his body is intangible, sustained only by dark side energy, making him more of a spirit than flesh. And unlike other Sith Lords driven by ambition or hatred, Nihilus' singular purpose is his hunger, and this hunger defines his every action, making him less a traditional villain and more of a cosmic force of destruction. He is cursed by his need to feed, consuming all life to stave off his inevitable demise. Now, understanding his powers, and they're really insane. Now, he has the most infamous ability to drain life energy on a scale unmatched by any other Sith. He has consumed all the life force of entire populations, leaving planets as lifeless husks. He can drain specific individuals or groups like Jedi enclaves. He can drain off life energy during combat, weakening his enemies as he is fighting them. His voice is not bound to conventional language. It is an extension of his power, directly influencing the minds of others. He can enslave weaker minds with incomprehensible speech. He can corrupt through this prolonged exposure to a sound. He can force manipulate. He can force bonds of people mentally and drain their life force in that way. He has master level telekinesis. He has mastery of telekinesis in an extraordinary way, allowing him to manipulate massive objects and even starship. He can project force waves, unlocking shock waves powerful enough to devastate entire battlefields. He has a force crush strong enough to destroy starships and individuals by collapsing them under the force pressure. He has starship reconstruction. He holds together the Ravager, his flagship, through sheer force power, despite its catastrophic damage. He has dark side mastery at the highest level. He can force scream, a blast of energy that annihilates everything in his path. He can create a combination of telekinesis and lightning in a protective barrier to make a maelstrom. He can force choke with enhanced ability to drain your life force. He has force lightning amplified by his hunger. He has immortality through essence transfer. His body has decay resistance, so his spirit endures even though his body is physically deteriorated. His essence is anchored to artifacts like his mask and his ship, so he always kind of manages to hang on a life. He has great potential for body hopping. He's also very stealthy and masters all the concealment aspects of the dark side of the Force. He has control over Nexus, including amplification. He has planetary scale control and can channel his energy through the Nexus to consume life energy over vast distances. And while not his primary mode of combat, he does have a nice lightsaber skill set. He uses unorthodox movements. Like his decay makes his body move unpredictably, making him difficult to engage. He uses force strikes with incredible ability. He's a highly skilled. Like this is really a cosmic level being. His legacy endures as a chilling reminder of the dangers of unchecked power. His mask has been a symbol of fear, embodying death and despair. The tales serve as warnings for the corrupting influence of the dark side and the consequences of losing your humanity in the pursuit of happiness. In the Star Wars galaxy, he represents the dark side at its most destructive, a being so consumed by hunger that it becomes the embodiment of it, a cautionary tale for Sith and Jedi alike. Overall, I rate him at an 8. This is a cosmic level being of kind of unseen proportions, specifically for Star Wars lore. I want to learn more about this being. If you have more to add, please do so in the comment section. As always, if you enjoy it, please hit that like and subscribe.